Welcome to Ask H2O Restoration. We're here to answer your biggest restoration questions. Clear, simple, and stress-free, so you know exactly what to do when disaster strikes. Today we will talk about mold in your apartment. Let me ask you this. Have you ever spotted mold in your apartment and immediately thought, what do I even do now? It can feel overwhelming, right? But don't worry, in this video we're breaking it all down step by step so you know exactly how to handle it, protect yourself, and get it fixed the right way. Question 1. What should you do if you find mold in your apartment? First things first, if you see mold, don't panic and don't start tearing into walls. Remember, you're renting the space, so you can't just start demolition. Your job is to protect yourself, your health, and your belongings while working with your landlord. Here's what you do. Document everything. Take clear photos and videos of the affected areas. Alert your landlord immediately. Send the documentation so there's a record. Know your rights. Each state has different rental laws, so you'll want to understand what responsibilities your landlord has and what you're allowed to do. These first steps are about getting the problem on the landlord's radar while keeping yourself covered legally. Question 2. How should you communicate and work with your landlord? This is where most tenants struggle. Some landlords don't fully understand how dangerous mold can be, or they don't realize how much liability they could face. Here's the key. Stay professional and keep everything documented. Email is best so you have a paper trail. If your landlord wants to hire their own inspector or remediation company, that's fine. But make sure the job is done right. If the landlord tries to minimize the problem, you'll need more than just their opinion, which leads us to the next step. Question 3. Should you hire your own mold inspector as a tenant? This might sound like a big step, but hear me out. Yes, you should. A mold inspector works for you, not the landlord, and their job is to protect your health and your property. Why is this important? Some landlords may hire the cheapest inspector they can find, or someone who does a quick air sample and says, everything's fine. That's the last thing you want when your health is on the line. By hiring your own inspector, you get an unbiased report. Have documentation you can use to hold the landlord accountable. Know the exact scope of work needed to fix the problem properly. Once you have that report, share it with your landlord and insist that any remediation follows the proper steps. This also gives you a third party to verify that the work was done correctly at the end. Once the inspection is done and you know there's mold present, the next step is remediation. This isn't just about cleaning up what you can see. It's about fixing the root cause. If the source of moisture isn't addressed, the mold will just come back, and nobody wants to deal with this twice. That's why working with a full-service mold remediation team matters. You won't have to bounce between companies. The same team that finds the problem can also fix it the right way from start to finish. We'll safely remove the mold, repair the damage, and eliminate the source of the problem so it doesn't return. And we can guide you through the entire process and make sure every step is handled properly, so you're not juggling multiple contractors or wondering if the job was done right. Mold in your apartment can feel overwhelming, but taking the right steps early makes all the difference. Protect your health and your home. Stay informed and work with the right team to make sure the problem is solved at the source, safely and thoroughly.